We will never forget the autumn of 2008.
Share prices continued to tumble in the aftermath of the Lehman collapse.
In the USA, Lehman Brothers fell apart. The financial crisis reached a new peak.
Where'd you give your bond? What's the point to scream? Where? Are we going to spend ages arguing about something we missed? Or are we going to try and do it?
Shockwaves spread out all over the world. There was a deep recession that cost millions of jobs. Trillions of dollars of wealth were destroyed. People feared for their savings. The financial crisis was not a technical accident. It was a system-inherent disaster. Simply because loans were granted to people in the United States who could not afford to pay them back. Everyone could effortlessly become a homeowner. Zero equity, no problem. The installment rate, as flexible as you wished. On top of 100% financing, even for low-income earners, there was a further 20% on top for a new car, to make the economy really boom. Financed by relying on ever-rising property prices. That is, until the bubble burst, and the lives of millions of families were made a misery. They lost their homes. They lost their dreams. Every 2 minutes there was a foreclosure. That was the sad reality.
In the end, all of us are paying a price for this home mortgage crisis.
Occupy Wall Street, hands up! Occupy Wall Street, hands up!
The end of the financial crisis is still not in sight.
End the war!
Its cause, however, offers an opportunity to draw lessons from it. One thing became clear. Not every housing finance system is as prone to crisis as the US-American one. There are also those that have proved crisis resilient. Germany has one such system. It is one of several countries that rely on sustainable stability and security. With Bausparen as an embedded risk buffer and Bausparkassen that have nothing in common with the Anglo-American building societies, aside from the literal translation. Bausparen, what is it? Simply put, a system that builds on the idea of help for self-help. It's a cooperative system where savers, as part of a voluntary community, pay into a common fund. And it's out of this pool that all members of the community receive a mortgage loan. With a 90-year-long tradition in Germany and Austria, this system helped to overcome the large housing shortages of that time. Yet the historical antecedents go back to the days of the Han Dynasty in China, around 200 BC. After the fall of the Iron Curtain, Bausparen was successfully introduced in Eastern Europe, just as it was in China in 2003. Since the financial crisis, other countries are increasingly interested in Bausparen. Russia, Peru, Ecuador, Vietnam and Thailand are some examples. Even in the United States, Bausparen is discussed today. Bausparen is very simple. We wanted to play it safe. That's why we started by saving money each month, so we needed less credit. For this reason, we're debt-free faster. Bausparen guarantees a fixed mortgage interest rate until the loan is paid back to the last euro. That convinced us, because we could calculate our costs better. Saving in advance is the normal scenario. The empirical formula for funding is 20 to 30% equity, 50 to 60% mortgage loan, and 20 to 30% Bauspar loan. But even those who need a loan instantly, without having saved up money before, are able to find suitable products at Bausparkassen. Of course, someone who earns little can save little. Nonetheless, one's own four walls do not need to remain a dream. Especially not if the government offers specific incentives. For the government too, it makes more sense to invest in the right system from the very start. Even a small stimulus has a large effect, because saving creates capital that the economy needs to grow. A country thus becomes less dependent on capital imports. The Bausparen system has proven itself in the financial crisis as a bastion of stability. All Bausparkasse customers who want to buy homes of their own can feel quite safe. Why is the Bausparen system so safe? The director of the European Federation of Building Societies explains.
This is mainly due to the special architecture of our system. Thanks to a closed saving and finance circuit, the Bausparkassen are independent from the volatile financial markets. In addition, there are also strict legal regulations. They prohibit risky deals and investments. New Bauspar products are only allowed onto the market when they are approved by the banking supervisory. Therefore, the Bausparkassen have to prove the long-term sustainability of their products. Imagine, the US would have had the Bauspar system.
Global warming is threatening our planet. Carbon dioxide emissions are considered to be one of the main causes. To contain these emissions is an important goal of the international community. We owe it to nature. We owe it to our children and grandchildren. Especially the industrial countries have to lead by example. The energy-efficient refurbishment of existing housing is an important contribution to achieving this goal. Again, the mobilization of private capital is essential. In Germany, the Bauspar contract evolved long ago into an energy savings contract. The Bausparkassen grant mortgage loans valued at about 30 billion euros each year. A large part of the money is used for the insulation of roofs and facades and economically efficient heating systems. For this reason, Bausparkassen are distinguishing themselves increasingly as financiers of sustainability. Green building begins on a small scale.